Hey guys, Matt here. So Nikola has a pretty interesting week this week, and I want to talk about it. Let's start with the good news, which came in today. JB Hunt to purchase 13 zero-emission Nikola trucks. Now, I'm not going to read this. You can look it up and pause and read this if you want to, but the gist is that JB is going to order 10 battery electric trucks and then 3 hydrogen fuel cell trucks, with delivery of the first vehicles expected in August, so next month. This is really good news coming Nikola's way. The vehicles have been ramping up, and that's not the only news that Nikola has this week. We have 2 events towards the end of this week in which will prove very interesting for Nikola one way or the other. The first thing, as I'm sure you're aware, is the shareholder meeting, which is taking place August the 3rd. Now, this is important to Nikola, so important to Nikola that they rescheduled this twice because they failed to receive enough votes to pass Proposal 2. As you guys probably know, Proposal 2 is very important, according to Nikola, because they claim they need it in order to pay off the debt that they have. They have a lot of debt, and as of last earnings, they don't really have the cash to pay it off. There is not an influx of cash coming Nikola's way. I mean, the vehicle sales are ramping up. We'll see what they do this quarter, but it's not enough. They don't have enough money coming in to pay off their debt. That is a fact. It's almost guaranteed to pass down now that the Delaware law, according to what I read in another article, this thing passed. The Proposal 2 will pass. I'm very curious to see how the stock will react when that happens, whatever happens, and I will give my thoughts on that in a second. But I want to go into the second good thing, well, the second interesting thing that's going to happen to Nikola this week. Nikola has earnings on Friday, I think. Yeah, well, it says it right there, Friday. And as far as their deliveries, we know their deliveries are really good compared to last quarter because they say it right here in this article. Wholesale is up, retail is up. The trucks produced are down. So as far as the deliveries and sales, they're shaping up to be better and better. Now, it's not enough for Nikola to survive, but given the news that Nikola has put out recently with the different companies that it has partnered with, so far, as long as this number continues to go up, that's a really good thing. Now, I am interested in seeing what the cash flow is going to be like as far as their balance sheet when they put that out, as far as their sales, and now that they reduce their inventory, the cars produced, how much that's going to weigh on their gross profit. I'm really interested in seeing all of that. Now, let's talk about that shareholder meeting real quick, because it's a part of why I can't buy Nikola stock right now. Well, the main reason is because Nikola isn't profitable, and I don't buy companies that aren't profitable anymore. It's the rule I set for myself about a year ago, and I'm sticking to it. But even if I did, I wouldn't buy Nikola right now, and here's why. So let's take the Proposal 2. It's either going to pass or fail. According to Nikola, it's definitely going to pass, but who knows what's going to happen. Let's assume that Proposal 2 passes. That's great. Nikola gets to survive another year off of the proceeds from the stock it issues. Now, I know it's authorized shares, not issue shares, but let's be honest, they got to pay off that debt somehow. So they're going to issue at least part of it, enough to cover the debt. When that happens, the stock price is definitely going to drop proportionally. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It's going to drop proportionally. And if I wanted to buy the stock, that would be a better time. Now, let's assume that the Proposal 2 doesn't pass. It doesn't. The stock might be safe for now, depending on how the market reacts. But now Nikola has a different problem. It's got to pay off that debt somehow. How is it going to do that? Yeah, it's bringing enough deliveries, but that's not enough to pay off the debt. That's not yet. It's got to pay it off somehow. It either needs to convince some venture capitalists to bring money in somehow. How is it going to do it? So that brings a very, I guess, a risky long-term situation for Nikola. Now, if you're short-term investing in a company, especially with the run-up it has over the past month, hey, you go get it. But I'm looking at this from a long-term mindset. It's really difficult for me to look at Nikola right now, and especially pre-proposal, and decide to buy the stock. So I'll be definitely looking on Thursday to see what happens as far as the proposal. And I'll, of course, be listening on Nikola's earnings on Friday to see how they do. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.